Greetings, Spawn Hunters. It's Spawn Hunter coming at you from the one and only Spawn Hunter headquarters, the Spawn Room, Spawn Lair, the Spawn Extravaganza. Yep, this is it. I've been wanting to make this new mail call video for quite a bit now, and finally we're here. And it's been a week and a half worth of merchandise that have come into the Spawn Hunters headquarters room. So I wanted to share with you some of the items that later on will be a spotlight, and of course also there will be a giveaway throughout the video. So without further delay, let's dive in. So one of the items that I got over this past week was the CGC 9.8 issue of Spawn number 43. This is a very, very, very iconic imagery cover that has been used throughout many products for Spawn related. Some of them, besides the action figures for the art of Spawn, have been the trade with a revision by the one and only Greg Capullo. I really like that. And the Japanese Dengeki comic of that same issue, number 43. So now I have a nice set, and as I continue collecting the kind of like the same, following the same pattern, the same cover, and following throughout different products from the comic and trades and action figures. So I'm very happy to continue to put together the collection based on this now very, in my opinion, iconic cover. Spawn issue number 43, CGC 9.8. Next, we have Spawn issue number 327, and the cover that plays homage to Spider-Man number 1 by Todd McFarlane, and it's featuring Hound, which I consider it he's making a huge comeback in the Spawn universe. The cover has been homaged, I guess you'd say, from Spider-Man number 1 into so many comic books, so many titles from DC, Marvel, independent issues, and of course Image, and Todd McFarlane, who continues to use this image, this cover, into his own creations. So now I am the owner of the Spawn issue number 327, CGC 9.8, featuring Hunt, and too soon we'll have a nice spotlight with Hound the action figure, the comic, and many other things that I have in store for you guys, including the statue, the artist-proof statue that was done many years ago. So that also completes and comes together in a nice set for the many days to come, that spotlight for Hound. So next we have a video game that I purchased all the way from Japan. It's a copy of the Spawn in the Demon's Hand Dreamcast video game. This video game, however, it is still factory sealed, still shrink wrapped, and this will go very nicely with the video game collection that I'm putting together, which I have factory sealed the Spawn Armageddon GameCube. Same for the PlayStation 2, factory sealed, and for the Xbox as well, still factory sealed. So very happy that this video game collection is slowly but surely definitely building up to be a solid sealed collection of video games, and this one is a very, very nice copy. Probably more likely will go to get graded, so this one will go very nicely in the collection for video games. Next, we have Spawn, Shadows of Spawn, which is a comic book. Which is different size than the Dengeki size comics, which I consider regular standard size. This one is a volume 1 of 3, and they have used Japanese artists to do the art and everything involved about this comic, right? It's beautiful art in that style, that Japanese style, which I really enjoy and love. Really some cool imagery with Spawn. And the dust jacket also is still included, which is awesome. I think it's when you purchase these guys, always make sure you have this small dust jacket that goes around the book. There's the artist and Todd McFarlane. Look at that, super cool. So this one I was missing from the collection. So now we have volume 1, 2, and 3, Shadows of Spawn. Really nice. So I strongly recommend it. It's not your standard size comic. Definitely has more pages than usual, and will go along nicely with the imports Japanese collection of Spawn items. So yeah, so if you were paying attention throughout the video, there is a set of San Diego Comic-Con pins that were being sold at the San Diego Comic-Con, obviously. These were also available a few years back. Same thing with the pins, and they are die-cast metal pins, not plastic, and they feature some detail on the packaging, the art. So you can see the Spawn logo, McFarlane Toys, McFarlane.com. So these are official, very nicely put together pins. So we have that Spawn with the red lettering, the famous skull, the triangle old school Spawn logo, and the parody of the Batman 67 Spawn logo. Really nice. So with that said, I have a really good friend of mine, Ace. If you're watching, I have a set for you. I know you really like these, and it was hard to find them at San Diego Comic Con, so rest assured, my friend, that I have a pin set for you. So there it is. Next, I have a Nightmare Spawn. Beautiful figure. That figure has come to be a Grail level type figure these days, due to the scarcity and the level of detail that this figure has provided to many collectors. It's a fragile figure as well. Definitely, it's don't let your kiddos play with it. But it's a stunning figure. The base, the wings, everything, the paint jobs. I mean, it's unbelievable. If you are collecting Spawn, that is one of the figures that you gotta have in your collection, no matter what. I have a sealed version of that figure, and now I am the proud owner of a loose version of the same figure. There's a new version coming out that was announced throughout San Diego Comic Con, so you know you'll be seeing this character very soon. The pictures, I cannot tell you much from what I've seen in regards to the pictures for this figure that they're making. So it's too early to say if it looks better, the same. I don't know. I know that we're getting a Nightmare Spawn, a revised Nightmare Spawn figure. So knowing me, I probably will get it. So I'm sure you will too. Either way, the Nightmare Spawn character is making a comeback. So expect to see more of him in the years, in the months to come for sure. Next is the Air Cycle. Based on the early series of the action figures, there were about 1, 2, 3, 4 vehicles, including the playset would be 5. But what is pretty cool about these playsets, it's the art, right? And the art just pops with this Air Cycle. I had already an Air Cycle. I just needed to have one that I came across in a really nice mint box condition. I'm probably more likely going to send this out to AFA. I have other items, other vehicles that have been sent out to AFA, so this will be no exception due to the condition of the box, which is really hard to come by. This is a single tape box. Make sure when you are collecting the playsets or the vehicles to be single tape. If they're double tape, AFA will probably send you an email saying, hey, we cannot give you a high grade because this has been open. So if it's double tape, more likely you will not obtain that high quality grade. So always look for that. I always ask that question from the eBay sellers. Hey, has this been single tape, double tape? So this Air Cycle, it's a single tape, beautiful box for the time that it was released. As you can see, the art just pops. It's got that old school McFarlane Toys logo on the corner. So really nice, and it will be sent to AFA. Who knows when it will come back? Their waiting can be quite long. So, but this is a beautiful item that has been added to the collection. Very happy to have it, and pretty soon to be AFA graded. As you can see far back, there's a print featuring obviously Spawn. This print was for the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, CBLDF for short. And this one, it was a collaboration between the Image founders. We have Eric Larson, Mark Silvestri, obviously Todd McFarlane, and Jim Valentino that collaborate in putting this print together, which is beautiful. Beautiful print. This one is number 182 out of 500 pieces. So it was nice to come across this copy. You don't see copies that are numbered too often. You see a lot of prints. They're not numbered these days, kind of like the San Diego Comic-Con, unless they're signed. But even then, they're not numbered. So we can say that this one has a writing on it of 182 out of 500, and it features art by the several Image Comics creators. Last item here that came in through the mail was a copy of Wizard number 50. Wizard number 50 features a cover done by Todd McFarlane that plays homage to his cover of Wizard magazine number 1. And what a great kind of end-to-end celebration for Wizard to ask Todd McFarlane to come back and do the cover for Wizard number 50. This one is still factory seal on its poly bag. These are becoming harder and harder to find, and as you probably know, anything with Todd McFarlane that had to do with comics, covers, you name it, has definitely gone up in price. And when you come across the Wizard magazines, they have to be polybag if you're looking for that ultimate collector item that you have in your collection. So this Wizard number 50, yes, it is still sealed in the back. It's got the trading cards and everything else, but most importantly is the cover with Todd McFarlane and Spider-Man that will go very well with my Wizard number 1 cover, also done by Todd McFarlane. As we wrap up this mail call video, I know you've probably noticed, hey, what's going on with all these trading cards? Well, the trading cards, I was getting set to do a video with the mini sets that I have put together, and there are many. And that would have to be a separate video in which we'll have to talk about the trading cards, because let me tell you, I have so many box sets and games and board games and chromium sets and Japanese epoch sets, movie sets, that they deserve its own video to go over them, because there's so many out there. But we will have that. We will have that very soon. And just to give you a tease of things to come, there's this GMA Gem 10. This is another Wizard magazine card that came with the Wizard magazines. But we're not going to talk about the cards today. But I do want to talk about is a special giveaway for all of you guys out there. So let's get on to that. Well, everybody is familiar with obviously Spawn issue number 1. And here's a copy of the 9.8 copy of Spawn number 1. There's the label and the back. So for the giveaway, something very, very cool. I have a keychain that is practically the same as the CGC 9.8 book. Look at the detail on this. There it is. Spawn your own copy of Spawn CGC 9.8 graded and in a size that you can take with you all the time, everywhere you go. So what do you have to do to get this fabulous keychain, and so you can put in your car keys and whatnot, and matches up with your CGC 9.8 book? Well, all you gotta do is comment, like, subscribe, and tell me what was your favorite item from this mail call that we had this week. Yeah, there were some items here from the print, the Wizard comics, the pins, Shadows of Spawn, the CGC 9.8 books, Nightmare Spawn, oh my gosh, the Air Cycle. So All you gotta do is subscribe, like, and comment. What is your favorite item from this mail call video? And then I'll pick a random winner, and he will walk away with his own Spawn CGC 9.8 keychain size. Good luck, everyone. It's been a pleasure sharing this mail call with you, and stay tuned for many other videos to come. Yes, that trading card feature video will be coming soon, absolutely, and we'll talk about that, and we'll have a special giveaway that will probably involve trading cards, so who knows. As always, make sure to follow me on Instagram, SpawnHunter, on Twitter at Pogoman, aka SpawnHunter, and as always, hunt hard, hunt with style. SpawnHunter signing out.